Car body repair with rear fender replacement after an accident is a substantial amount of work. After a strong impact, frame straightening on a jig may be needed, but the rear fender can't be fixed. While the front fenders, hood, and doors can be easily unbolted and replaced, the rear fender is a single large piece that includes the door openings and rocker panel. Here you'll find only key information, from defect detection to painting. This work is typically done in specialized auto repair shops and is quite costly. But there are also self-taught individuals who take on such serious repairs almost in garage conditions, using homemade tools. Moreover, even the professionals at certified auto repair shops, whose skills aren't always perfect, might envy the final result. But even the robots used to manufacture modern cars on factory assembly lines. I want to dedicate this next video on the Pesni Yashi Koshakea channel to telling the story of such a person, since the channel not only covers ultra cheap construction technologies, but also celebrates hardworking people who don't know what laziness is and work tirelessly. It's also hard to build cheaply without a reliable personal vehicle. Everything is connected, so let's go through this step by step. Hello everyone.
Hello? The car isn't responding.
At least they put it on a tray.
Yeah.
Everything's great. The car I bought 2 months ago finally arrived from overseas. But there's a small issue. The rear left fender, door, and bumper are damaged, and the wheel has been torn off along with part of the suspension. There are probably other hidden damages as well, so the first thing to do is to carry out a thorough inspection and assess the extent of the problem. Sergey, go ahead and tell us.
Well, when it was hit, the subframe shifted. The subframe is this metal thing here. Yeah, because it got bent. You see, it's crooked. It lifted the side member here, so here it lifted, here it lowered. And it shifted it to the right. At the same time, the subframe shifted the the right side member. So it broke the subframe. The side member, and that's it. There. The adjacent fender got pushed up, it broke, and I'm still surprised the glass held up. And on this side, I think the reinforcement caused the side member to shift at the same time. And at the top, it also broke the fender.
Right here, this is the mess. Yeah, this one.
Because the lid is lower than the two fenders. A repair crew is coming soon. They'll be cutting. That's how it is. Usually it pops out. Yeah.
The main thing is it doesn't break, right?
Well, here it caught on the hole, and that's how it happened.
The body's overall geometry is still unclear.
What's crawling around there for now? Well, the diagonals and all that stuff. I'll break it down in the fall. I can't say anything about it yet.
Oh, well, it can be fixed.
Of course, everything can be done. Is securing this car on the frame machine the biggest issue? Because there's practically nothing, actually. There's nothing at all to hook it to. To set it level, well, it doesn't matter if it's level. To pull everything out. All this mess to free it up, to free all the wiring that's been cut. The wiring, then start pulling it out. If there's a donor or some part, then without preserving it, but I think here everything to preserve, I'll tear it. That's all for us.
When it will be stretched, yes.
But I don't know what kind of metal is here. If you pull it out, maybe you can save something, but if there's a donor, then why do all this?
To save money? Well, so that...
We're trying to save you some money.
So that it's done better than at the factory, and cheaply.
That's how it will be. Well, I don't know about cheaply, but better than at the factory. I'm telling you, no matter how many times I've tried to pull it, my damaged side turns out better than the intact one.
Damn, opening the Decantatia Ingov means you're a fool.
Because the Americans did everything so half-heartedly.
These Italians do it even worse, yet beautifully.
But it's unreliable.
This is part of the subframe. But those are small things, and this is the stabilizer link, yes.
No, that's a control arm, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a control arm, we need to...
But the shock absorber is almost intact. With a sledgehammer.
We need to put it back.
Of course, that's a joke. You have to cheer up the lucky owner somehow, of the equipment. The exhaust system was damaged with the rear cabin disassembled and trunk lining removed. It's clear the impact wasn't minor, and the technician must ensure no other structural elements besides the rear side members were affected. The car is placed on the frame machine and leveled.
It's fine. Another bolt, but the shock absorber should have already been installed. See how much it's bent over there, the hole?
The disassembly of the rear suspension begins. The glass has already been quickly cut out. The rear suspension and subframe have been fully dismantled. It was decided to use a donor body part, so a so-called quarter panel was purchased. The technician removed the sealant at the joints of the body parts and began dismantling the damaged body sections by drilling out the factory spot welds. The owner of this car is really lucky. Like me, he's a friend of Sergey, and Sergey is a passionate person whose main hobby is giving new life to cars that have taken a real beating. As the saying goes, it's better to have 100 friends than 100 rubles, especially now when rubles aren't worth much. That won't solve serious problems anymore. I want to help too.
Anya.
Besides recording the process on camera, I'll also look for and pick out spare parts and any other things that are needed. The car owner is young and lacks this experience. But there are still those who want to save money, the so-called enthusiasts of legendary car brands, who are willing to buy a pig in a poke, a damaged car from global auctions, just for the sake of it. It seemed the once sad car was brightening before my eyes. Such newly minted adventurers rarely think through their next steps. Meanwhile, the rear subframe and the big lever arrived. To save money, the parts were purchased used, but in good condition. The car is picked up from the customs lot, and it turns out that just to get in line for bodywork and painting, you have to wait for months, plus there are problems with spare parts. The owner of this car was lucky. Right from the customs lot, the car ended up at a homemade parking lot. The self-taught craftsman personally made it from scrap metal. It took quite a bit of effort to remove the sealing. Sergey needs this in order to fully control the geometry of the body. There are holes under the sealing trim that can be used as reference points to do this. This metal thing of suspicious shape is called the side curtain airbag pyrotechnic charge. The engineers who designed it clearly wanted to say something with this shape. In addition to spot welding, the body parts of a modern car are also held together with a special adhesive, and its bonding properties can only be weakened by strong heating. The fender has been cut out and removed. The technician is assisted by special hydraulics, which multiply his strength many times over, allowing him to tear metal like a cyborg. The structural elements of the body have been pulled out and straightened. Even though all the damaged parts will be replaced with new ones, they first need to be pulled out. If this isn't done, the replacement body parts won't fit correctly and all the work will be wasted. The car might remain crooked, so you shouldn't expect a good, high-quality repair for a car with this kind of damage without using a frame straightening bench. And a frame straightening bench is a huge metal frame where Sergey secured the car. At this stage of the work, it even started to seem to us that the master was going a bit overboard, getting carried away with dismantling the body. At this rate, the car could be fully dismantled soon. It seems the master sensed our concerns and briefly clarified things.
Why the car was disassembled? Because when the fender was removed, the reinforcement was bent, so we had to take the whole thing apart.
And where's the reinforcement?
Yes, so we had to take everything apart. Weld one part, prime it, apply sealant, then put on the second part, then the third part, and only after that the fender. But before the fender, you also have to do everything there. Paint everything and apply sealants.
So that it doesn't rust later.
And so it doesn't rust. We like it when it doesn't rust.
It was about 15 years at least, that's clear. In short, buy me yellow sealant, preferably sprayable.
Well, at least 3 cans, I guess, so I'll be applying the sealant. You can buy glue anywhere, yeah.
Super glue.
No, a special glue, the one that's green, well, just like that.
Yes.
As I heard, there's one in BMW UGU, there's a tube, a small tube. It costs over $100 or something, so we'll just use Moment glue.
Then, I don't know, we'll think about it. I went to get the necessary materials, as I already mentioned, to get the parts for the repair. I volunteered, organized everything in my garage, and carefully studied the part numbers to ensure I ordered exactly what was needed. Suspension parts vary by modification. Our tough life as home mechanics should become more glamorous.
This is how the frame rails are treated.
Inside, my friend is making good progress, and he filmed some moments himself. In these shots, you can see the recently replaced section of the rear left frame rail. In my opinion, it's an excellent job. Meanwhile, Sergey started fixing the aluminum door, but aluminum part repairs in our area have a wait list of over a month. Everything Sergey tried, he managed to do well, so we got lucky again. And here we can see the first fitting of the replacement parts.
Subtitles by Dimatorzok, subtitles by Dimatorzok, subtitles made by Dimatorzok. Subtitles by Dimatorzok, subtitles by Dimatorzok, subtitles by Dimatorzok. Let's be more careful. Subtitles by Dimatorzok, subtitles by Dimatorzok, welcome to...
After the fitting, the master realized achieving the desired result required further disassembly. The purchased rear quarter body part still allowed this. The part where the rear light is installed also turned out to be deformed and needed to be replaced.
He didn't want to. The spring, well, I don't really know myself. Can't really hold it, it'll just fall out. Everything's ready. Old. I'm holding it. Well, for myself, it's holding, yeah. I sing what I see, yeah. How do we record this? We need to rip this open, this one too, take all this crap off, then open it up inside, all this stuff. Well, let's try to bend it. Well, of course.
So that you definitely don't have to replace the whole car, it's a good idea to collect your food for the bed bugs. Stainless steel? I mean galvanized steel.
So let's leave it.
I don't know.
Fender replacement.
It was clear that Maestro was very pleased with his work. That's exactly the Italian word I started using for Sergey when I saw his approach to repairing this Italian sports car. Sealant everywhere. Maestro, which translates as master or teacher, is a description that fits him perfectly. The other slightly deformed body parts were repairable and did not need to be replaced. Once again, we see footage by the master himself. Yes, he really doesn't skimp on automotive sealant, and that's a good thing.
Let's check the gaps. The door is fixed.
Aluminum?
Aluminum, almost like that. Almost here. Everything is clear here. Everything is simple here.
Well, not everything, but actually just like that. Oh wow, there's already sealant here.
Yesterday I was filming with that camera. It was great, but it wasn't enough. I need to do everything like that here too. Whoa, gaps along the cover. Okay.
Well,
Even this is beautiful. Well, like this. Well, it's bent here. I need to adjust it because this. Otherwise, we'll take a look now. Check everything. The lid is broken.
yeah, and where is it broken? Is this corner bent or something? Yes. Well, yeah, what can you do?
Level it out, straighten it, the paint will crack. Well, that's what I think. If they're painting everything, then they'll paint the lid too, so the color matches.
I see.
We're painting this, we're painting here. We're painting the top.
Yeah, we're painting the top, right?
And here too accordingly.
I want half the car, yes, 2 of mine.
We paint these? Well, that's clear. Here we also paint the frames. We paint everything, and the sealants, well, there are sealants there too. I didn't have enough of that. I need to add more,
We're already observing the final fitting of the wing.
I'll fix that later and remove the export ones too. And the export ones are kind of something. And we don't know what's there. If it's broken, where it goes, I need a flashlight. And what's this? Where to put it here or there, like. In theory, right onto the fountain.
Sergey's dream is for his hobby to turn into a full-fledged body repair and painting service. For that, he needs specialists like himself, especially in painting. If someone has a strong desire but lacks experience for now, the master is even ready to train them. I want my friend's dream to come true as soon as possible, so I'm leaving Sergey's email under the video since he doesn't have time to manage social media. Maybe there will be worthy companions in Gomel and the surrounding areas. Sergey thinks this business offers limitless work, financial, and creative potential. Meanwhile, the rest of the missing suspension parts arrived, including the complete rear axle.
That's how it's done. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Subtitles. Dimatorzok subtitles. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Bumper mount. Everything as it should be. They said welding the sills isn't needed. The sills are almost intact. There's almost no putty.
Since this car is quite rare in our area, the selection of body parts is limited. As a result, the fender of the purchase quarter had a few small dents, which the maestro straightened out. The sealant won't cover it.
Everything is just like from the factory.
Everything looks factory new, even these drips are identical.
We'll cut off the drips, of course. It's funny, 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 that's what we thought.
The subframe is better than a new one.
Well, I already took it off there, you know.
Sergey, he thoroughly treated the slightly used subframe with anti-corrosion and painted it.
Beautiful, right?
Now it definitely looks better than new. To make sure the specialist did the job 100% perfectly, I hope we'll be able to do that soon by visiting a car service center where the same kind of professionals will do the wheel alignment, and then we'll be certain that the car will drive straight. Fit service.
Car service, fit service, car service, and auto parts.
Pull out with spotters. Coming soon.
Well, yeah. Well, I straightened it out. It's still, well, it's a bit dented here too, maybe. We'll see. Maybe the paint will come off. Yeah, down to the metal. There's a hit here. I don't know what's here.
And what's here with the animals? It's just some little things here, I think. And what about me?
Yeah, and I'll try that door. I'll try, if there's no transition, then we'll paint it.
The driver's side wing is welded in place. The resulting welds are puttied.
There's practically no fender left. Now everything will be stripped with the paint, nothing will remain.
Another hobby of the maestro is performing high-quality finishing work, so-called Euro renovations, interior finishing, and restoring damaged cars. To perfection, what unites them is that in both cases you need to achieve results that are pleasing to the eye, and some of the tools used are also similar. Sergey spreads plenty of putty on the aluminum door to later scrape most of it off.
Well, I'll just put some putty on for now, then we'll see the shape. It shouldn't warp. Just a little, but it's necessary.
You can't do body work without putty. The main criterion for quality work is that the amount of putty should be minimal, then everything will last long and be reliable.
I hardly have any putty,
The craftsman quickly switches from one task to another. Homemade tools, which look a bit post-apocalyptic, work wonders in the hands of the maestro. Carefully selecting combinations of voltage and current. With this device, you can try repairing aluminum parts, even though an aluminum spotter costs $5,000. But Sergey found a solution. So the hook arrived.
Hello?
Finally, the rear light has arrived, and without fitting it, we couldn't make a few final welds. The aluminum door has been finished, and the first layer of primer has already been applied. The replaced and repaired exterior parts of the body have also been primed. I consider it great luck that such a versatile craftsman took on the restoration of the car. He's a bodywork and paint specialist, and skilled with suspension too. In this field, specialists are often narrowly focused. Some, for example, only do body pulling and straightening, while others only do auto painting. Those guys never touch suspension. I can't even imagine how much trouble it would be if the suspension had to be disassembled in one place. It's unclear how you would move the car without rear wheels to another place. Repair the body, return it, reassemble the suspension, then take it elsewhere for painting, while also repairing the aluminum door at a fourth location. Specialists have long lines, different attitudes, and dealing with them would have been stressful.
Subtitles by Dimitar Zok.
Full-service auto repair shops exist, but their prices can leave you broke. There are practically no straightened parts left without losing your shirt. In this case, the external damage isn't very significant. Most of the damage is actually hidden, which only true professionals can detect. Maestro is once again satisfied with his work. The light primer revealed only a few minor flaws. In Maestro's opinion, the shade of white under the bumper doesn't really matter.
Let's adjust the color. We've been mixing, but this is the color we need.
But how do you do that?
A bit long, a bit summery. No. Well, who said there's a color replacement here? You walk around like this, you know, and you feel like it's all the same.
And then where else would you put this mat?
Yeah, I didn't see anything at all.
The small mistakes are fixed and on the door. Now everything's ready to attach the fourth wheel. The car was coming to life before our eyes. It looks like there's light at the end of the tunnel, so even the adventurous owner started bustling around. It's not in the package. Maybe these are extra. Maybe the wires aren't the right ones. The wires are there. It's just a... The battery pyrotechnic is replaced, and accident-related control unit locks are reset. Low and high beams. And thanks to a friend, a car that was in auction status, not starting and not running, gets upgraded to starting and running status, meaning its value increases right before your eyes, and it leaves the frame under its own power, even though it was brought there by a tow truck in a pretty bad condition, just about 2 weeks ago. The nervous owner won't drive, so a pleased Maestro handles the first maneuvers on Belarusian soil. Glory to workers, patience and hard work conquer all. Sergey's friend's email is under the video. I think he'll be happy to answer any serious questions you have, and maybe even help someone out. Much work remains. Next is painting in Sergey's homemade booth. A video is planned on the car's full restoration, highlighting all challenges faced. In the video, I plan to try to figure out whether it's even worth dealing with auction wrecks, or if it's better to save up for a brand new BLG or Moskvich. But the main thing is it doesn't drive. It starts. We'll see. Well, we won't drive it now, but... So give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the Yasha Kosyak Songs channel. Follow me on Zen, TikTok, and Instagram. All the links are below the video. Also, hit the bell, and then I'll definitely keep you updated. Two queens of the world, thank you.